Perfect. Hello everyone, we're back from RFF14. We're about to begin our foray into the Empire, into Garlean. Besides the delegates assembled here, the Malja and several other tribes offer to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle to simply survive in the harsh climate of Ilsabard. They would also likely prove tempting targets for abduction by the Talaferoi. All things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defenses in Eorzea, though their eagerness to do more has been noted. We few shall have to suffice. Ere we embark, we must distribute the warding skills to our comrades. Care to do the honors? I don't really want to do that, but alright. Warding skills to the Garlean delegation, I take it? Many thanks. These talismans may prove to be the deciding factor in the battles to come. I find myself conflicted by this foreign to Garlean, sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw in my lot with those whose secrets I was supposed to be stealing. And now I lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed. But that is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Emmerich. He would have me put my extensive knowledge and former ties to good use. I will not disappoint him. For the future of Ishgard and Garlean and the world at large, I will lead us to victory. That set of warding skills I spy? Not that I would know what they look like. Wow, look at these. Even a layman like me can tell they're bursting with ether. All the better to fend off the tempering waves? Is that the right term? Anyway, this will give us one less thing to worry about. That which just leaves the other mountain of whatever else is waiting for us in Garlean. Only one way to find out, eh? And then, nervous or not, I'd march through the 7 hells if it gave me a chance to put Xenos back in the grave where he belongs. I hear you've got something for us. Ah, them scales everyone's been talking about. Pretty little things, ain't they? Reckon they'll be worth a gill or two when this is all over, but we'll hold on to them for now. And one more thing. I know what you're all thinking. Why didn't they send Ainzar instead? Bugger if I know. All the Admiral and Captain Hellfair were told me was that they needed someone to help safeguard the future. And here I am. Can't say they haven't got a sense of humor. Of course, some of you might be wondering what good a pirate is on dry land, in the middle of the sodden snow of all places. Well, me and my crew will do whatever it needs doing, so let's set sail, or however the saying goes on airships. Yes? Ah, these are the famed warning skills, enough for me and my men, I see. I myself am especially grateful for this opportunity to visit distant lands. I wish to follow in the footsteps of Master Atoa and learn all there is to learn of the star we call home. Indeed, that is the primary reason I volunteered to join the expedition. To journey outside the 12 Woods, much less into Imperial territory, is a rare privilege of Royal Pagel. Not that I'm tagging along to see the sights. The Garleans would benefit from my healing magics, as well as would our comrades, should fighting break out. We heard it would be cold in Garlean, so we came prepared. Oh, the talismans! We are to keep these close at all times, yes? I will see that no one misplaces theirs. Ah, and before I forget, I have a message from Hien. In distant lands and times of strife, together stand, together fight. In light, darkness shines the light of life. I hope I have done his words justice. Toma, like much of Arthur, has been plagued by the towers. Yet while he could not be here, he wishes to express his shared conviction. Hien and Yugiri labor with the rest of the Unite the People, and with the aid I will keep them at bay. And we of the Steppe and the Eastern Alliance will repay our efforts by ending this war. And Maxima. Do you have a warning skill for me too? Thank you for this, and for going to incredible lengths for the sake of my people. Though I have little to offer in return, I would impart some advice, if I may. You have been told by many to wear the cold of Ilsabard, and I cannot stress enough that this is no token warning. I will be distributing specially made warming tinctures, courtesy of the Alchemist Guild, but understand that they are no substitute for proper protection. I leave the provisions of said protection to your discretion. Now, let us proceed to the Alamegan Quarter. While you make your final preparations, I will have the pilots ready the airships. The best of the best of the best, sir. This is our last chance to be ready before we set forth. You needn't worry about Arianja and I. We still have what we wore in Garlemald before. Estinian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor, but since he spent a fair bit of time up north recently as well, I have no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Grand Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose, provided you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats. If only I had time to find something to my liking. Hark! Is that the cry of a scion's need of a tailor I hear? It is the tower. But how? I have my ways. Oh yes, indeed. You thought you could sneak off to Ilsabard without telling me? Ha! Nothing escapes my notice. She changed her outfit again. Now you will wear these garments I've made for you, whether you like it or not. You never cease to amaze. But why do you need a new outfit as well? Wait, are you coming with us? What? No, of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion, rather than the pursuit of the highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creations if I've never worn them myself? Ah, I did have one other thing to share. Ergamus and Bloomwida have returned from their assignments in faraway lands. They'll be staying at the Rising Suns for a while, so keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. Since they'll be running back at headquarters, I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Garlean? Oh, why not? You can keep Cryo company in the Baldur's Annex. Yes, we'd love to have you there. And I heard Amgus and Blowida did a good job carrying on our stead while we were in lying comatose. Without them in charge of the Rising Stone, we've nothing to worry about. Or with them in charge. Why, that's exactly. So while I'm confident you won't go collapsing again because a certain someone who shall remain nameless isn't in a position to transport your souls to another world, if anything similarly disastrous were to happen, I'll be well positioned to do something about it. Anyway, I've got a few things to take care of and then I'll make my way to Garlean. I really do hope these new clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's the only thing I can do for you, other than pray for your safe return, which I will, every day. Let's not keep the contingent waiting any longer. Here are your winter woolies, handcrafted by yours truly. Ah, she gave me an outfit. A North Sea coat. There we go. A frosty reception. I'm told the airship pilot has been sent to meet you. Ah, there he is. Alright, this is where we go our separate ways. Do be careful, won't you? Alright, so this is going to be a mission where we actually have to do some combat. It's an honor to finally meet you. We of the Garlean Ironworks will be ferrying you and your contingent across the mountains and into Garlemald. For many of us, it will be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only our most notable imperial defector. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of this expedition. Our resources are at your disposal, and if there is aught we might do to further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask. If you are ready to depart, I will ready the engines. Okay, let's do this.
Ilsabard, divided in twain by a vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly? On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius. The winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party. They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps?
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they are led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus's death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
So, what's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into 2 groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies. As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
Meanwhile, at the Imperial Supply Depot,
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Stoller always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks. All right. Once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. The blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
Okay, here goes. In the coming battle, you will fight as Thancred. We have access to the solid barrel combo, Nebula, swift deception, master presence, making it impossible for most enemies to detect you, increases movement speed. Cannot be cast while in combat. 5 is Bewilderment Bomb. Throws a bomb that confuses the senses of guards, dogs, neutralizes them. Has no effect on Imperial soldiers or Magitech weaponry. Assuming there is nothing else you wish to confirm, we may commence the mission as soon as you are ready.
Keep your wits about you.
It's time. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
One guard in control. It's time he took a nap.
Damn, spotted.
That wasn't the right thing to use. I think we gotta use silent takedown for that. Okay, I'm an idiot. Managed to avoid detection at large, for now. Okay, so this is guard dogs. Okay. Right, we get to play like a little Metal Gear Solid style infiltration mission here. Just kind of cool. It wasn't super popular at the time. But I've come to appreciate it, what they were trying to do here. Also good to have this music again after so long. That should do the trick. Now to hide and send word.
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
This is Thancred.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
Ah, shit. Perhaps used that a little too early. That's alright. Sorry for that, didn't turn around, thank you.
Damn, spotted.
That's fine. Makes my life a little bit easier, actually. I was worried that it would, I actually don't know if I can, do a silent takedown on, Shit, there's another one. What? You know what? There's probably two of them the whole time, and then they go all the way around. So, what's gonna happen no farther? Chances are that one. Okay, so there it is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for it to go through here, go around, and then I'm gonna stealth up, knock out that Imperial, and then open up those controls. I think that's the goal. Taking out the slasher would make it so that I. Here. There's the control terminal. And I don't know the best way. That's it, the control terminal. Succeed in disabling the automaton. Withdraw from the depot. Okay. What? They're going the back way. They could have just snuck in and hit that control panel at any time. What the fuck? I don't think I'd want him to play the lone wolf, but what the hell?
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
A few moments later, at the rear of the Ilsabard Contingent supply caravan.
The blizzard's beginning to clear. The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now, if they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be all right, but... Wait! Something's coming!
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
You do a really good job of setting the mood with the music. Oh, hey, you want to fight?
Fighters! Protect the others!
Where's my carbuncle? I'm using non-lethal topaz, right? Hello, Canis.
A brief respite, but stay alert. Keep the carriages safe.
Assist Amenelane's troops. Alright, we can do that. You guys ready for some Phoenix?
Fear not, friends! The savior of Ishgard is here!
Thanks, Amenelane.
A fine display, but the other carriages are still in danger. Go on ahead. We'll hold the line.
We're helping out Sickard now.
We're the only ones still struggling. Can't we put our backs into it then?
To be fair, Sickard, you guys held off pretty well considering they had me helping the other two.
I've been itching for a good scrap.
And Bahamut, I guess, and Phoenix. wanna go?
Magitech reinforcements arrive.
The big bastard's going straight for the carriages. Stop it in its tracks. Oh, look. Look. They just fucking put their arms up and just stop this fucking thing. You guys are insane. Quick, broadside it!
You lot alright back there? We're fine. I'm ready for more. Hear that? Get to the front and turn the tide.
Got it. Head north. Meanwhile, on the front line. Look at Lise stopping that guy's axe with her foot. Hey, Stola.
Removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
It's nothing that won't heal in time. The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
That I did.
That's for Gilia. Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
There's no end to them!
I was wondering when you'd turn up. There's no stopping us now. Come on, let's show them what we're made of.
Yeah, I really like these battles where they got like everyone fighting together and they still let you know that you're super important.
We have them now! Forward!
Poison.
Right! Let them have it!
Oh, this guy wants Bahamut. Okay.
As a raging bull!
Oh, Pippin's getting in there. Look at that. Alright, Pippin just fucked them up.
Garlean!
Oh, she's trying to fight. Alright.
Do not fall behind!
I'd like to point out that we've taken out regular and Gaius. So we're not straying into the taking out Legatuses. There's an ammunition. Alright, get her, Bahama.
Is everyone all right?
Interesting prospect.
Kill or die!
Alright, she's back. You get Tempest. Some more fodder for my flames. Oh, she gonna fuck shit up again? That's really cool. Oh, they're gonna try and fight those. They're gonna try, but look at that magnet.
Tremble
He's got a
before
whole
the
bunch
sun.
of gathered there.
May your breeze fill the air!
Fucking destroyed, I guess. We did it, team. I feel like we'd be caught in the crossfire of that meteor, but yeah, apparently not.
A worthy adversary! Rest, recover, reclaim yourself. Then we will fight again, to the death! Sadu Hatun!
That was the last of them. The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply caravan? Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
So cold and unforgiving. Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain. "800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here. Bested by the Kavosi after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes. In that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth, freezing, hungry, desperate, hated. The chosen forsaken. In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young legatus named Solus single-handedly sparked the Magitech Revolution. How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum? Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks? Like so many others, those who knew the truth are gone. Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed, bitterly so.
Not so much as a whisper.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
We can consider the question after we have made camp. If we spend any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone!
That's right, folks. I don't know if you guys guessed it when you first when we first got to Endwalker, but we are indeed in Garlemald, and that there is the castle that we've seen the inside of many times throughout the game, but never actually, you know, got to go to just yet. Still, this is actually one of my favorite zones in the game. I really like the design of just the whole thing. They did a really good job of designing a cold, barren wasteland, especially given what we've known about this area leading up to it. That said, guys, I'll leave you with Carbuncle here. We're gonna take a quick break. We got about 30 minutes left to stream, so let's get ready to head into Garlemald proper.